that.
Okay, so Restream fucked up. We are now back live on YouTube. Twitter has ended. I think Twitter's fucking some things up. You know what I mean? I think we're just gonna have to go strictly on YouTube from here on out because this never happened before. Anyway, you guys put out some good points for the people who are now watching. Download the audio. Not many takedowns are gonna happen. I do see Quarantillo clinching and trying to rough him up. Shane Burgos is built like a orangutan, like you said, Timbo, and he's fucking huge. That's another thing. This is a guy who kills himself to make 145. I think 155 is his home. I know he's a young guy or whatever. It takes a lot of shots. He's been knocked out by Calvin Kattar. He's been knocked out by Edson Barboza. There's another knockout in there. I can't remember.
Josh Emmett.
Josh Emmett, right. So he's been knocked out quite a bit. 3 times, but 3 big punchers, right? But listen, if you're giving me Quarantillo, who's super durable, super tough, I think a little bit more well-rounded. I've went all in on Shane Burgos against Josh Emmett, embarrassed myself. So give me Quarantillo at the number. There's no real reason for it. I think it's going to be a scrap. I think Quarantillo can get pieced up just like he did against the Gavin Tucker fight. That worries me a little bit. But I like Quarantillo here just to make it a little bit grimy. And then I think he has more ways to win. I think if he can get Shane Burgos to the ground, that's a big if. I think he has a world of an advantage. His cardio, he's never stops. He walks through everything. I think Shane Burgos has got to fight a really, really good fight. And I'm just worried about that fucking chin. I'm worried about it. Timbo, what do you got, babe?
I gave it away a little bit, but I think Burgos just gets it done on the feet. He's the 5.5-inch reach advantage. Granted, yes, he did. He lost to Emmett by decision. He did lose to Calvin Kattar and Edson Barboza by knockout, who are the 2 most elite,
correct,
strikers perhaps in that division
at all.
Yeah, nothing to hang your head about. And Quarantillo's not there. He is tough. He's durable. He's slick. Well-rounded, but power versus fighting fire with fire, which I think this is what it'll go down to. I think Burgos has got more with him. So I like him with inside the distance, really, man. I think he has some serious power.
Wow.
I'm going to check to see what that is, actually.
Probably a fucking gorgeous line because Billy Q is durable.
It's plus 175, plus 200.
Yeah. That's
Burgos
it?
inside the distance? Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well,
it's
over as good as I wanted it to be.
I figured it'd be 240-ish was my guess. But yeah, I guess they figure the same thing you do, Timbo. You're on to them, dude. You're fucking smarter than the books. That's all it is. CC, what do you got here, brother?
Yeah, great fight. Tim definitely, when he said we were while you were working on the audio video stuff, we were chatting about it, and we talked about, Quarantillo. I think to win, he would have to take it down to the mat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see. I mean, he does not have the power that those guys have finished Burgos. He just doesn't have it. That reach advantage is crazy. I mean, it's going to be standing for as long as until Quarantillo tries to take it down. Burgos has got 89% takedown defense. I mean, that is as elite as it gets. Mm-hmm. So give me Burgos here.
Yeah, the same thing though with the takedown offense can be said the same. I'm going to defend my pick a little bit here because Burgos has 89% takedown offense, but he's fighting strikers, right? He's fighting the elite strikers. They might mix it up. Emmett might mix it up.
Swanson and Americani. I think that, Cub Swanson and Americani.
Okay. Covey, I wouldn't consider Covey a wrestler, but I'll give you Americani because that dude, all he did was crotch sniff Leon Murphy. But yeah, listen, Quarantillo though, again, not the best wrestler in the world. Usually he goes to Long Island, does his camps. I don't think he went to Long Island. He stayed in Florida. He's training with that Tampa team that I think is just kind of okay, but the guy's got a motor. It's going to be a fun fight. I see Quarantillo winning, or I see Burgos it being a complete war and Burgos taking over. But I'm just worried about, and Burgos is probably sick and tired of hearing this, but I'm worried about his brain health. I really want him to go to fucking 155 because, again, the theories are out there that really bad weight cutting is terrible for you, and I think that is 100% true. All right. 3 big motherfucking fights. Press conference was today. It was amazing. Justin Gaethje went at it with Colby. Wei Zhang Wei Li, and Colby hugged. She called him handsome. Colby was starting to dig into Kamaru Usman's dad. I couldn't be more excited for a
Ooh.
three. Oh yeah. Oh, is your
I
dad
missed that part.
Oh yeah, your dad getting locked up. Your jailbird dad coming is what Colby said to him. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah. And then Colby's dad was there, and Kamaro's like, I'm looking over at your dad. I don't know how he let it go. You going around talking like this. It got personal. It fired me up. Rose looked like a fucking serial killer. Like she had a chain on. Thug Rose is here. I couldn't be more excited. As a fucking Dork MMA fan, let it be Saturday already. Let it be Saturday. So let's get into it. Justin Gaethje minus 210 versus Michael Chandler plus 168. Timbo, you have the honors of breaking this down first, baby. This fight is one of my dream matchups. When both guys were outside the UFC, I thought, because Bellator and when Gaethje was in World Series of Fighting, they always want to cross promote with the UFC. It's like, that's not going to happen. Let these motherfuckers cross promote. I'm glad this fight is finally happening. I believe I don't know if you're a fan of Gaethje, but I think you are a fan of Chandler. How could you not be? I think the guy handles himself great. You know what I mean? I think he's a class act. So, Timbo, break it down for me, babe. What you got?
Yeah, it's a shame how well-rounded and skilled both of these guys are, and we're not going to see that. I don't see this fight getting out of the first round. And if it does, it's definitely not getting out of the second round. These guys just have fucking power, dude. It's and with Gaethje, like, God, this is such a fucking awesome fight. This is
good.
My fight of the night. I mean, I don't know.
So
Usman and
good.
Colby's real good too, but like, God, it's good. Gaethje, it's every time I've seen you get an opportunity, dog, you come up short.
Mm-hmm.
The Poirier fight, what was it? Robbie.
Eddie
Not
Alvarez.
Robbie, fucking Eddie Alvarez. Excuse me. Yeah, Eddie fight. Obviously, the Khabib fight.
The only time he shined was Ferguson. That was his big
Tony.
fight.
Yeah, and you're fighting a washed guy.
Right.
I'm not counting that. But Chandler. And granted, not to say Gaethje hasn't been a World Series of Fighting champion, because he has. Shout out to him for that. But Chandler's been that top guy. He's risen in big occasions. Granted, the competition was subpar compared to what's going on in the UFC. But honestly, I think, oh man, this is tough. I'm just going with my heart here. I'm going with Chandler. But it's really just a tough ass fight to fucking pick. It really is.
Really good.
Yeah, I'll go with Chandler, and I don't have much, to back up that pick, just because it's such a close fight. These guys are such, great strikers, obviously great wrestlers, but not that we'll see it. So I think Gaethje's ego will get the best of him in this fight, honestly, and I think I think he might get caught and finished.
Right.
I think he will. That's my take.
And for the people watching or maybe listening, I mixed it up a little bit. This is now the fucking pay-per-view opener because of Trevor Whitman. Trevor Whitman can't coach 3 back-to-back fights. So this fucking fight is kicking off UFC 268, which is crazy. Christian, take it away. Who you got, bub?
Man, so I didn't know Timbo was a Chandler guy.
He is.
Gaethje is my guy.
Well, yeah, you Colorado, babe. Yeah.
Yeah, we went to the same school. So, yeah, that's, I've known about this guy since before he was the World Series of Fighting champion. I mean, I only crossed paths with him for 1 year at school, but I mean,
do you hear any rumors about him?
Nah, I
mean, I heard a rumor about him on the forum.
Yeah, he was a quiet dude.
No, he's not gay. I heard he's got a fucking hammer on him. Like
yeah,
he's got he could make 145 if his dick wasn't so big.
Probably uncircumcised. He seems like an uncircumcised type of guy.
Yeah, and it's probably like, nah, I'm not gonna talk about it. But literally, that was the rumor. A guy was like, "Hey, I used to fucking wrestle with Gaethje. Like he could make 45, but his dick's fucking giant."
Yeah, I never heard that.
Yeah.
I just saw it's such a big fan of his fighting. That
Sure.
wasn't too worried about his
Not
hog.
a big fan of his cock. I'm a big fan of his fighting, which makes sense. Makes sense.
But I'll keep a close.
Keep an ear to the ground. Yeah, keep an ear to the ground. See
Well, I know some wrestlers that wrestled with him, so I'll put in a couple of calls.
See what he's about. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my guy. It's like you picking Izzy or something like that.
Sure.
I'm always over him. Breakdown wise, Gaethje's only ever lost wars of, other than Khabib, but wars of attrition.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the only way. It's like a war, like 2, 3, 4 rounds. It's just insane. I don't think Chandler has the durability to go that long. Whether it's getting check left hooked or gets that drop foot. Gaethje's got maybe the nastiest leg kicks in
You missed some
entire
old school
UFC.
Chandler with Eddie Alvarez back in the day. You must have missed those fights, dog. Go back and watch them. Those are some fucking wars. Like literally, like the best wars probably in history of this fucking game.
His two fights with Alvarez are fucking impressive.
Yeah, well, I mean, but yeah, back then.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
10 years.
So yeah, I think that and I expect this to be just a war. I'm not sure Chandler has that durability. That leg, whatever the fuck is wrong with it. I mean, I can see, that drop foot thing he has is scary for a guy with these sort of leg kicks. I'm biased. I'm gonna bet Gaethje. I'm gonna bet him to finish. I'm shocked at the line. It's only under 2.5. It's like minus 200, minus 190 somewhere. So I would be surprised to see it go a distance, but that's not as much as you would think for a fight of this violence. But cannot wait for this. This is my main event.
Even though I don't think it's going to go 3, I wish it was 5 because the possibility of it going to 5 rounds could be an all-timer. This fight to me was a layup when I first heard it. I'm like, oh, I'm on Gaethje. But then I start breaking down, I start rewatching Chandler Oliveira. Chandler has some really good subtle movement. He feints really well, and his movement's really good. Leg kicks are going to be an issue. He's got thinner calves. He's been kicked before. He's been hurt before with the calf. The counter for a calf kick is either check it, throw a right hand, or wrestle. I think Chandler should wrestle. Fuck all this macho. Let's stand in the middle of the cage and fight. Let's wrestle. Gaethje against Khabib, which is one of my, I like Gaethje. He went a couple notches, down because of that fight. Talked about his defensive wrestling. Now, no, Khabib is the king, right? But talked about his defensive wrestling. He didn't defend one takedown, not even one. Khabib shot twice, got them both. Gaethje got exposed on the ground. Like, we've never seen him off his back. We've never seen him on the ground. Khabib set up a triangle that I saw from fucking 8 miles away and tapped him, right? So Gaethje's jiu-jitsu got exposed a little bit. Michael Chandler is good on the ground. He is a good wrestler. He can take you down, he can fuck you up, and he can get your back and choke you out. He has that ability. I wish he would do that. Now, this fight's going to come down to the first round, in my opinion. Not that it's going to end in the first round necessarily, but how the first round dictates. Gaethje's a little bit more flat-footed. That's why he's got his power. Throws his big kicks, throws his big hands, hits incredibly hard. Chandler's been knocked out a few times. He got knocked out his last time out. A lot of the times he gets knocked out, it's a real clipping shot. He doesn't recover as well as he used to. It's a shot that you don't see coming. It's a clip. It's never like he's standing straight up and it's a fucking, you see the punch coming and he gets flatlined. It's a real sneaky little clip, and then he just doesn't recover well and he gets TKO'd or what have you. The same thing happened with Little Pitbull, Charles Oliveira. That happens to him. Gaethje has a good left hook. He has good power. So this made me really take a pause. I was going to add Gaethje to my Slime Dog parlay. I took him out.
Cool.
Yeah, I took him out. And it was a little bit scary to me. I'm going to go long-winded. I'm going to go Gaethje because I do think Gaethje's a little bit more durable in the beginning. But the longer the fight goes, I think it favors Chandler because I think Chandler just needs to wrestle. I really do. I think Gaethje's was exposed on the ground. I think get in close, fuck him up a little bit. I don't know why people are afraid to wrestle Gaethje. Take his ass down. I think Michael Chandler's the decorated wrestler. He fucking wrestled at Missouri, which is one of the best wrestling schools in the country. Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, those guys came from there. So if I
trains with Usman.
Yeah, right. If I was that guy, you would take him down. I think, Chandler is an entertaining guy. He talks about I came over there to put on good fights, same with Justin Gaethje. And I'm praying as a fan that we get a fucking slobber knocker. Both guys hurt each other, flatline, crazy fight, which I think probably is going to happen. But if I was in Chandler's ear, I would say, let's wrestle this guy because he got exposed on the ground a little bit. But I can't fucking wait.
And did Gaethje, and I'm thinking of reverse psychology here because Gaethje was saying at the press conference, oh, this guy's going to shoot. This guy's going to shoot.
Right.
So I don't know if Chandler was saying that I'm not going to shoot or if Gaethje's like, hey, you're a bitch if you shoot because secretly I really don't want you to because my wrestling isn't as good as people think it is.
I think exactly is what it was. I think he said that. I think he's like, oh, the first guy to take a back step's a bitch. The first guy to shoot's a bitch. He's going to be diving at my legs or whatever. And Chandler just said, hey, listen, we're the two best. He deflected. We're just the two best in the division. We're going to go out there. We're going to give a great fight.
Oh, is that right?
He deflected. Yeah, he didn't go, no, I ain't going to shoot. Like, I'm coming right at you. He just deflected, kind of was like, no, we're two best in the division. We're going to put on a fucking performance.
Because we do the eye test, man. Like Chandler's fucking bricked up,
Yeah.
and he makes Justin Gaethje look like a little middle schooler. So
Yeah.
there's no doubt in my mind who's going to be heavier on the ground and
Right.
just stronger on the ground.
And
Striking's one thing, but
right. And Gaethje's never been tested in the UFC with his takedown defense. In World Series of Fighting, a couple guys tried to take him down. He was really good with the scrambles. Khabib's the only guy that really tried to take him down. Poirier didn't. Eddie Alvarez didn't. James fucking Vick didn't. Tony Ferguson didn't. Donald Cerrone didn't. So he's got to prove his takedown defense. And I really think if you're Michael Chandler and you want to get another shot at the title, you 10-8 the champion in the first round. You 10-8'd him. Like you almost had him out of there. And then you just got caught, right? That should tell you everything. And then if you got to go through Islam, you better get that wrestling tight. And I think Michael Chandler is the worst matchup for Islam if they end up fighting. Listen, I picked Gaethje just because that was my initial gut reaction. I think he's going to catch Chandler. But I love this fight. I don't want either guy to lose. I do like both guys. I really do. I think they're both elite. I just want to see more from Gaethje. I want him to prove himself because, listen, if he wins this fight and they give him Islam, it's going to be the same thing what happened with Khabib. I want to see this guy fucking step it up. But god damn, is this a fucking good fight. I can't wait for this fight. I'm so excited. And speaking about excited, co-main event time. I can't believe this line. This line's crazy to me. I know it's moved a little bit, but this line is nuts. So Rose Namajunas, Thug Rose, -110. She's fighting Zhang Wei Li. She's also a -110. Pick'em lines. Again, I don't know what it is. Rematch from their fight a couple months ago where Rose knocked her out in the first round. Who's it? Christian? Christian, you go. Is it right? Or is it? Yeah, Christian goes. Christian, you go, bub.
All right. I mean, it's look. I'll let you break down the X's and O's of it.
Sure.
What I think about this one is, so I picked Wiley last time, and I was pretty confident. I mean, she was a pretty big favorite last time. There's just so little we can gain from that. I mean, that fight was over so quick.
So quick.
That it's like, dang, like I kind of picture this fight going the distance. So, and I picture that one going the distance or close to it, and I picture this one kind of the same. I always think back to the Andrade fights with Rose and well, not the slam even, just the way she gassed in that third round is like scary. And this is a 5-rounder. I mean, Andrade is a powerhouse, and I could see how that would be exhausting fighting her. I mean, MMA math easily. Because I think Joanna beat Wiley in that fight.
I think she did too. I think, you know what? Now that fight has kind of settled, most people do too. Everyone's on the Joanna side. It's crazy. I thought it from first watching it. I loved it, but I'm like, that's 3-2 Joanna.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I scored it. That's a great fight.
Great fight.
I circled Wiley, but I'm talking myself back off of it. Immediate rematches in a huge margin favor the one who won the first fight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the numbers are crazy, and in title fights, it's even crazier.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm gonna reverse course on myself right here. Somehow, I talked myself off of Wiley, and I'm gonna go with my up the street neighbor Rose.
There you go. I love this fight, and I love that they did it quick. Zhang Weili, the only Chinese champion ever in the UFC. She's fantastic. She's adorable too. Like, I know there's and everywhere, every parts of the world, there's like people, no matter your ethnicity, are getting hated on. But really, Chinese people or Asian Americans are really getting some hate right now, and I have no idea why. Wei Li at the press conference was so adorable. I don't love her haircut. She cut it short, but you know what? It was like a rebirth. She's like, fuck it, I'm back now, right? But Wei Li, I've always rooted for her. Her fights are always fantastic. I won a lot of money on her when she knocked out Andrade. I didn't have it by knockout, but I had her winning. She was an underdog in that. And then the Joanna fight. I don't know who I think I had Wei Li. No, maybe. I don't know. But it doesn't matter if I won or lost because that fight was awesome. So entering Rose. Rose has been a kind of a roller coaster for me. Like, I deal with anxiety myself, or at least I have in the past, and I know she's kind of full of anxiety, but she also performs. Sometimes it gets the better of her. I like how she has a switch. Like today at the press conference, you could tell she had that switch. She looks to be in phenomenal shape. Her arms, she was flexing on the stage during the stare downs. Her arms looked a good size bigger. So cardio was an issue in the Andrade fight. It's been an issue a lot in her career. A lot of people think Weili Zhang is going to take her down because she's training with Henry Cejudo in Arizona. Rose is a killer off her back. Rose has got arm bars, triangles. Like, I don't know if that would be the right course for Zhang Weili unless she picks her up and dumps her like Andrade did. Zhang Weili is a little fucking tank, right? Striking, though, I think Zhang Weili is a little bit overrated. I thought Joanna got the best of her. I think she's hittable. I think she's very durable. Rose obviously knocked her out her last time, and Rose is really slick with her striking. This whole camp, now she knows what to expect with Weili. She's felt her presence. She's felt her movement. I know Weili didn't do much in the first fight, but she's felt her before. And with a coach like Trevor Whitman, she's going to get ready. So if mentally Rose is there, I like Rose in this. I'm surprised this line's like that. A lot of people are thinking the same thing. Like, well, we didn't get to see much last time. It was a fluke knockout or whatever. I like Rose a lot. I like Rose in the spot here. This is the fight I'm going to bet. I like the number because I'm taking Rose, but I am surprised by it. Timbo, what do you got, babe?
Where's our heads at? Where's the heads?
I'm sorry. Let me go there. I was slacking. My bad, bud.
Go ahead and add my big head up there too on Rose.
There you go.
Yeah, I think this is going to come down to patience, and I think that's kind of going to be Zhang's kryptonite. You look at Joanna, what she do? Fucking goes forward, full speed ahead. Fucking Andrade, same thing, goes forward, full speed ahead. And when she's not fighting that war with them, we saw what happened. She fucking took her right hand down and got her head kicked off the shoulders. I think Rose is just the much more patient fighter. As much as people might not like it, like this could go 5 rounds, and I think Rose could really just piece her up, throughout the thing, like she did to Andrade prior to gassing out. So I mean, she's obviously got the power to. I mean, she just has a what is it? A yin to every yang that I think Zhang will have. If she gets taken down, she's dangerous off her back. If she gets fucking crowded, she still has the power to knock her out as she did Joanna. So I like Rose here. Love the line -110. I know it's moving up in Rose's favor because last time I saw it, she was a +100. So might as well get it while you can because she might move into favorites here. So give me Rose too.
Right. Yeah, this fight, Rose is almost perfect as a fighter, as a female fighter. She really is. Her wrestling is not on point, but her jiu-jitsu is. But the one thing is her cardio, right? Her movement, she moves so much and she does a lot of foot movement that by the end of the 3rd round, like in the Andrade fight, she got her fucking nose busted and Andrade wasn't stopping, right? So if Rose really tightens up that cardio, which I hope she has, I mean, she hikes in Colorado and she's running around. So I'm hoping she has because this is a big spot for her. All right.
Running through hotel hallways.
Yeah.
You'll see that?
No, I didn't see that.
I haven't watched any of the pre-fight stuff yet.
Yeah, on the embedded, her and what's her husband's name?
Pat Barry.
Yeah, Pat. Like they're training inside the inside the hotel, and Rose is just sprinting through the long hallway hotels, and he's like, "You can move so fast when you're going through hallways. You can move so fast." You have to see it.
I gotta watch
It's
that.
funny.
They're weird. There was a video of her waking him up by punching him dead in the face. It was one of the funniest videos. Let me see if I can find it. I can definitely screen share something here. Let me pop this up. It's really fucking funny. Like she sings like a Disney song and she actually has a pretty good voice. And then she wakes him up and she fucking punches him in the face. Let's see. They used to be really funny. They used to do like dancing in the snow. They used to have like a whole YouTube thing where they were fucking hilarious. All right, so let's see here. Oh. All right, let me screen share this bitch. Fuck. Hold on. It said something about updating your system audio. I know we're going on a tangent here, but this is a great video. Okay, let's see. Bam. Safari. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see it. God damn it. All right, there we go. Can you guys see that better?
Yeah.
It's a little bit. I can see it.
Okay.
Yep.
Sound on?
Yeah. Can you hear it?
Not really.
Uh,
Man, I wish she still had that long hair.
I know,
by
dude.
the way, how hot was she with hair?
A lot hotter.
Yeah.
Like 8.5 there.
Yeah.
Sorry to all audio listeners.
Oh, she's got a glove on at least. Jesus.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, she'll cut your dick off if you fuck with her.
There he is.
She's
Sleeping.
fucking got a blindfold on.
10 more minutes.
Damn.
Dude, he smacked him, dude. Yeah, dude, they used to do fucking funny stuff all the time. Now they're kind of like very zen, kind of weirdo type stuff. I used to love Pat Barry. He did like this techno Viking dance in a barbershop, which is fucking hilarious. He was a legend for that. But yeah, I love that. All right, so we all picked. We're all now it's the main event time. Now it's the meat and potatoes, meat and motherfucking potatoes. Kamaru
Meat
Usman,
and haters.
he's gone up. He was minus 290. He has since he's over 300 now versus Colby Covington plus 225. I lead the dance. This is my guy, Kamaru Usman. Everyone knows that. I'm picking Kamaru Usman. Let me break it down just a little bit. I think this line is very disrespectful to Colby. I think Colby and them had a very close fight. It was 2-2 going into the fifth. Regardless of the
Sal D'Amato had it. He had it for Colby.
Did he ever call it? Yeah. So I had a 2-2 going in. Kamaru was landing the bigger shots. Colby was landing, I think, more shots, but just not as bigger shots. His face was a complete mess. One of the all-time greatest welterweight fights of all time. He's only fought once since then. It was Tyron Woodley, right? So the inactivity maybe can pump this lineup, and Kamaru's fought 3 times. 2 of those were finishes. I like that Kamaru's with Trevor Whitman a lot longer now. He wasn't with Trevor Whitman the first time they fought. I think his striking's got a lot better. I see a lot of people on Twitter that are huge Colby fans that are like, I'm so sick of people saying that Kamaru's gotten better and like acting like Colby has it. No, he definitely has. We just haven't seen it. So as a capper, we can assume he's gotten better, but Colby's not a big 170. He's not a big puncher. He can outland Kamaru and maybe be faster in him, and he's not knocking Kamaru out. I see Colby's path to victory is I would like him to wrestle a little bit. I would like to, because both these guys have great gas tanks, but Colby's pressure and his, I mean, he's a guy that wants to take you down 10 times, and he'll let you get up because just so he can take you down again. That's his pressure, and that's what broke Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley faked a rib injury. He was like, oh, I'm hurt, I can't go. But Tyron Woodley, regardless of what you think about him, how shit he is now, he was a good wrestler. And Colby's pressure just fucking dwarfed him. But I have a feeling this is going to look a lot like the first fight. Colby is now well-positioned at MMA Masters. He's liking those coaches. More people are flocking to that gym down there in South Florida. Because I believe with the Kamaru fight, I think maybe he wasn't with American Top Team at that point. I think they kicked him out because of the whole Poirier thing. I can't fully remember, but both these guys got new camps. I love Trevor Whitman. Kamaru's my guy. We all know that. So I like him in this spot. I will say, though, I think this line's a little egregious. I think Kamaru should be the favorite, obviously, but he's a 3-1 favorite right now. And regardless of me being a Kamaru fan or whatever, me being a capper, Colby Covington has everything available to win this fight, right? He can outstrike him. I don't think he's going to finish him, but he can outstrike him. He can potentially out-wrestle him, even though Kamaru's never been taken down. And cardio kills, right? Kamaru's shown good cardio, but I think the first fight, Colby pressured with strikes as opposed to pressure wrestling, and that's a whole different ballgame. So I like Usman. He's my guy. Timbo, who you got here, babe?
It's hard not to go for Usman, man.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, when you were talking about the pressure and the wrestling pressure that they put on Tyron, you're spot on because that's exactly what happened. And the pressure that he put on Usman, fight 1, is also what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Call it what you want, but Usman faked that nut shot. That was bullshit. That was a 100% liver shot, and he also faked that bullshit eye poke. Because he needed to.
Can I defend my guy for 1 second? I
Yes.
do think the nut shot was fake. It was a liver kick. I didn't see anything hit the nuts, but I think he did get poked in the eye. But the problem was he held a different eye. So the optics were bad, but I did think he got poked in the eye. Regardless, continue. Go ahead.
Well, and nonetheless, the liver shot, aka nut shot, was, hey, bro, I need a timeout because
Sure.
the pressure you're putting on me right now, I can't deal with.
Sure.
But like, you can't say that this dude. I mean, I don't know if he's on juice. It's not fair to even say that.
CEO
but,
of EPO is what Colby says.
Yeah. So what does that mean? Is that something different?
EPO is what TJ was on. It's what like the cyclists take.
Oh.
So
I mean,
the
that's what it
cardio-
seems like. Bro.
cardio.
That's
The
how good this
cardio is
motherfucker
just, I
seems.
mean, that's what Lance Armstrong did. The cardio is just crazy. That's what Colby kept saying. CEO of EPO. And then he asked, because like Kamara, there's pictures of Kamara with like little pimples on his belly that people think are injection marks. So Colby asked him about the body, and then I love Kamara. I think Kamara's suit was absolute fire, but he deflected by like doing like the gay shit, like, oh, what are you looking at men's bodies for? It's like, that's a weak one, bro.
Yeah,
that's
come on.
weak.
Yeah,
Come on, dude.
Yeah. I mean, Colby was 1,000% winning the war on the mic, but he's not going to win the war in the octagon. I think he gets finished again. And I don't think there's going to be any question about this one. I mean, this dude fucking Kamara is different, and it sucks he's so fucking goofy because like he could really be a star, and I think he will be, but just not to the level that he could be if he had any type of personality that wasn't straight goofball. But yeah, give me Usman.
You know, before Christmas, you know what I think his big weakness is? Because I do think he has personality. I think he's kind of smooth. He's got some swagger to him. He definitely can dress. The biggest thing I think hindered him is when the whole Marty from Nebraska came out, right? Because literally that's what they called him when he wrestled in Nebraska. He was so mad about that. And it's like, bro, just roll with it. Make a shirt that says it. Like, say I want to be called by Kamaro, but like, yeah, I went by Marty. I think that hurt a lot of like.
Oh yeah, because he wants to
people-
be African king. He wants to be
and you can still be that, but be like, yeah, fuck. People call me whatever you want. Like I get my last name. Everyone calls me by my last name. Everyone calls me. People call me by my first name. I'm a nickname guy. Who fucking cares, right? But I get it. Whatever. All right, Christian, bring it home, baby.
All right. You guys know that the line for Chimaev Usman is tighter than this line is.
I did. I saw that. Yeah.
I just looked at it right now because I was gonna say this is Usman's toughest test, and I think the first fight definitely proved that. I mean, Colby was in it all the way. I mean, these guys both. Well, if one's on EPO, both are. It's one. It's not one or the other. It's both or neither. Yeah, I mean, incredible gas tanks. I mean, these are both elite fighters. Their average fight time is over 15 minutes, which just shows like the amount of I mean, that's how much 5-round experience they have. Obviously, they're both dangerous. The thing is, I mean, Colby, whatever happened with his jaw last time, Usman is a much better striker now than he was then. And I mean, I think he's better everywhere. I mean, they're both highly, highly skilled wrestlers, but both elite in it. They're both good at stopping takedowns. They're both good at getting takedowns. So it's a lot of times that ends up neutralizing itself, and I think we'll see him probably standing and banging for most of it. Maybe some sort of desperation takedown if somebody gets rocked. We saw Burns clip Usman, and Masvidal was almost unfinishable or unknockoutable, and Usman sat him down real quick. I can't bet against Usman until he loses. I'm going to keep riding this train. I mean, these lines, they've all been like minus 270, minus 250, minus 270, minus 300. It's
perfect parlay boosters.
Yep, I don't bet that straight. But again, I said this last week. We all picked Yan. Looks like we're all on Usman here, but this is you can hedge out really easy with a plus 200 something line if you got Usman in your parlays.
Correct.
So I'm on him. I mean, he's one of your guys, but he's one tier down for me. I love watching him fight.
Yeah, he's gotten so much better. He was strictly a wrestler, and then he really has improved. And I know people are like, oh, EPO, whatever. And Colby has done the same thing. They're perfect foes for each other because they're very similar. It's a tough matchup for both guys. I think even if Colby loses this, he'll go on to beat maybe the rest of the division because he's that just tough of a matchup. Kamara's never been taken down, and Colby's been taken down, but his takedown offense is really good. They're both very similar. I think the only really different is I think Colby has a speed advantage. I think Kamaru has the power. I think Kamaru, I mean, look what he's built. Like, he really found his power. I mean, he fucking slept Masvidal, who's never been slept before. He knocked out Gilbert Burns. It was a TKO, but he basically knocked out Gilbert Burns as well. So he found his power, which I love. When you're built like that, you got to be confident. But most wrestlers just lean on their wrestling because they're afraid to strike. But I'm excited for this fight. The press conference today, I think Colby's sometimes a goop. I think his shit's all pre-recorded, and sometimes he kind of gets words in his mouth mixed up a little bit. But he cut a little deep on Kamaru, and Kamaru pushed him at the press conference during the stare downs. He's like, "Come, let's get a little closer," and he pushed him. And I think that got into his head a little bit. I don't think Kamaru really liked being talked to that way. All right, boys.
Hey, wait. Before we do that, Molly absolutely loves the Usman footstops.
Okay.
What do you guys think about those? It's like her favorite.
It's an old school thing. I know some fighters said it does nothing, and other fighters like, ooh, that hurts. I'm a guy that I have a foot problem right now because I showed you my foot. So the idea of me getting my foot stopped right now would absolutely kill me. I'd bend over and tap out. Like, that would hurt. The top of my foot has golf balls in it.
I remember Randy Couture used to do it a lot. I remember he was doing it against Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, it started with down in Brazil, like Brazil fighting bare knuckle. That was a big thing. And yeah, I mean, listen, some fighters say, yeah, that does nothing. Other fighters are like, oh no, dude, that fucking fucked up my toe, broke my toe. I mean, look at John Jones. That wasn't from a foot stop, but John Jones' toe got ripped in half. If you fuck up your toe, I mean, shit, that hurts. You know what I mean? So, all right, let's go locks time, baby. Mortal lock, dog lock, send them home. Kristen, you're the champ. You get to pick whatever one you want first, buddy. That's your right for being so goddamn smart. So tell us what you want.
Oh, man.
Tell us what you want. My dog lock's already locked up because you guys didn't take them, so I'm good.
What's the limit on the mortal before you lose a point?
I capped it at 300.
Okay. Oh, so 300. All right.
300. That's the Dev Tejada rule. If Dev, you're watching, you still live on, brother. That's your rule right there because he used to pick 800s, 900s, 1200s. That guy.
Shevchenko.
Yeah.
By the way, last week, so did me and Christian tie or did he win outright?
You guys tied. It was 10-10 and I had 9.
I'm close.
Yeah, 10-10 and I had 9. Yeah.
All right. I'll start with the send him then.
Send him.
Yeah, give me Gaethje.
Gaethje and the send him. That's
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here. Let me see if
send him home. Send him home early.
I'll go send him home real easy for me. Alex Pereira, because I got him in a square parlay. Timbo, you're send him homes, babe.
Usman.
Ooh.
I think he sends him.
Hey, you get an extra point for just picking him, man. I respect that. All right, Timbo, you came in second, so you get to pick next. You want Mortal Dog? What you got here, babe?
Oh man. I want to make this real fun, but there's so easy picks that I just love.
No, you gotta
I want my fucking belt back.
Hey, you play to win the game.
Win the game. You goddamn right I do. Give me dog lock. Give me Frankie Edgar.
Frankie Edgar dog lock. That is a good motherfucking choice, Timbo. Christian dog lock, babe. Who you got?
I'll take Huggy Bear.
Huggy Bear. That's a smart play too, because old Cannoli Volante, they're gonna have the fucking wheelbarrow him into the goddamn octagon. Dog lock. Hey, forget about it. Listen, everyone knows my dog lock. It's gonna be Chris Curtis. It is a friend pick, but it's also listen, if I hit this, I'm hitting 3,100, and I get to see a good friend win his UFC debut, and I think there's a shot. I think Phil Hawes has one way to win, and that's taking him down and grinding him out. But I think if Hawes tires out, it's Chris's fight. Give me the dog lock there. All right, Mortal Lock time. This is the guy I've been talking about all week. I sent you a text. It's gonna be Ian Gary. He's my Mortal Lock. I'm so confident in this kid, skills, and I like the matchup for him. Christian Timbo Mortal Lock.
Shit. Give me fuck. This is tough. Damn it, my bad. Hold on one second.
You're good, bud. You're good.
Yeah, the Mortal was a tough one for me this week too.
It would have been tough. Well, no, because I would have had Usman too, but Tim already took him.
Give me Jacoby.
Jacoby. I figured that would be your guy. I almost had it written down already. All right. And Christian CC, the champ. End it with your mortal lock here. Give us a guaranteed motherfucking winner.
Man, I was gonna take Jacoby, but I needed to find out that rule. You know, I'm about numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take Melsik Bagdasarian minus 290 on FanDuel right now.
There you go.
Like
That's a good pick. He's a young guy. Unproven, but listen, he's a fucking star. All right, before we end the show, I got a parlay. I got my slime ball parlay all queued up. I struggle with this, right? Because there's two guys I'm obviously very confident in, and it was either like, okay, so I can either do three guys like I normally do, 3 plays, get a plus number, and drag it out like that, or I could do what I did, and I did. So I'm going slime ball parlay, Kamar Usman minus 310, Ian Gary minus 375. That's 5 motherfucking units at minus 149. 5 units. I almost went 6. I only have about 9 units in my account, so I want to do half, but 6 was really calling to me. It comes out to minus 149. I almost added like a Gaethje in there to try to get to a plus number, but I'm like, no, these are the 2 fucking guys I'm locked in. I like minus 149. You got to put big money down to win big money, baby. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now. So let's do it. That's the slime ball parlay, baby. And then I had the square bet pick parlay as well, which I think is going to hit too. I'm confident this week. I just see winners everywhere I look.
What's the square bet one again?
Okay, so it's Al Iaquinta, Bobby Green going to the decision, and then Alex Pereira winning by KO, and that came out to plus 140 something. And I'm gonna put about I think I'm gonna put about a unit or 2 units on that. I don't know yet. I'll see what I do when I get down there. But I don't. Last week I had like 8 or 9 straight plays. I don't know how many like straight picks. I think I'm only do 1 or 2. I think I'm gonna go heavy on some of these and then just do 1 or 2 little plays there. But obviously I'm betting Chris. I'm gonna bet him finish. I'm gonna bet him money line. So fuck, I'm excited. This is the longest we've ever went. Hour and 50 minutes. I know we had some technical difficulties. I know we watched Rose punch Pat Barry in the fucking face, but technical difficulties and all, man. I'm fucking pumped for this card. Pumped. I wish you boys lived close because even though you can't legally bet in Cincinnati Hard Rock Casino, we had a casino in Cincinnati. They redid it to the Hard Rock Casino, and it looks fucking awesome. TVs everywhere and stuff. If you guys were anywhere close, we would go there and watch the fights. Can't gamble though yet, but because Ohio sucks. But we're coming. We're coming for it. Huh? All right, boys.
Let's get it.
That was fun. That was fun.
A lot of fun.
Christian's mustache. I've been staring at it all fucking day. Timbo's team won the World Series. Chop on. The Bengals lost to the Jets. Mike White did 400 yards. I'm not talking about it yet, but that really happened. The 1-5 fucking Jets beat the Bengals. So I need a W. I need some wins, and I'm getting them this weekend, boys. All right?
Let's go.
Let's motherfucking go. I'll talk to you guys.